Alright, so today's video is going to be on these snare drums. So basically they are both CB brand snare drums, and this one's a 14 by 6.5 and this one is a 13-inch snare. I believe it's like 13 by 3 maybe, 13 by 4, something like that. And this one is very interesting because there's nothing much that really needs done. It needs a tension nut and it also needs a tension rod, which is an easy fix. And it also needs new snare wires, but the interesting thing is it's kind of similar to like a Rogers Dynasonic or a Pearl Jupiter snare. And honestly, I haven't even played this thing, but I'm really excited for it once I get all the stuff for it. And this snare drum right here is in working order. It just needs new heads and to be cleaned up. But a key detail is these are my church's snare drums and I offered to clean them for free. So yeah, let's get into it. All right, now that I got the heads off and the internal muffler out, the next order of business, I'm gonna clean up the lugs. Like if there's any rust, then I'll probably just dab a little bit of CLR on there or maybe some WD-40. I don't know, but I will clean up the lugs because you can see there's a little bit of rust there. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna clean inside and hopefully it's not too dirty. And if it is, oh well. Alright, so everything all in all isn't too bad. The lugs are relatively clean. They're only like pitting a little bit, which can be easily taken care of with some WD-40. And then the tension rods aren't too rusty, which is nice. So I'll just soak them in a little bit of CLR. And I'm just gonna dampen the inside of the lugs with a cotton ball. And then after I clean the shell, I'm gonna use a little bit of Brasso to shine it up. And also, side tip, this stuff's great for cleaning cymbals. So here's the shell after polishing, and honestly, I love how it looks. I love how shiny it is. This is the only spot I couldn't get right there, but that's where the badge was. So honestly, with how it turned out, I'm really happy. I love how shiny it is again. But yeah, other than that, I'm gonna start packing the lugs with some cotton balls, and after that, I'll be ready to put it back together. Snare drum is finished now. It looks so beautiful, and honestly, like if I had the snare wires and a brand new snare batter head, I would totally play this thing right now. But I got it all cleaned up, and now time to move on to the little snare. Alright, so now on to the little snare, and before I do anything with it, before I take off any of the heads or anything like that and clean it up, I do want to hear how this thing sounds. sounds all right. I mean, I will tune it up really high because it is a 13 by 4, so I do want to have that nice crispy crack to it. So yeah, let's get into cleaning it. All right, so as I was taking the snare drum apart, I noticed something pretty crazy. So the snare wires were a little rusty, right? But like the rust is like imprinted on the head somehow. So that's pretty wild. All right, so the drum heads are off now, and now I'm gonna clean the inside of the swivel nuts. Now, if the lugs do have springs inside them, then I'm gonna dampen them with some cotton balls like usual. All right, so I just finished taking the drum apart, and the inside of the lugs were pretty clean, which was nice. So yeah, the drum's all shined up now, and I'm really happy with how it looks. Like, it's truly amazing how much a little bit of elbow grease and some Brasso can really shine up a drum and make it look brand new again. All right, so I'm about to put the drum back together, and I wanted to mention this. I did clean the rims. They were a little bit rusty and crusty. Now, there are some spots, like right here, where there's a little bit of rust. But honestly, other than that, I think I got about 90% of the rust, which is good. And as you'll see on screen in a second, there's a before and after. And it's truly amazing how much a little bit of elbow grease and some aluminum foil can shine up rims and, you know, save you some money. So yeah, that was just a quick little demo of this snare right here. And honestly, I like the way that sounds. I think if I got some new heads and new snare wires for it, it'd sound really crispy. But honestly, it's not bad for what it is and, you know, using the stock heads and the stock snare wires. But yeah, definitely glad I took time out to clean up these drums because they're both very good drums. And like CB drums are more like, you know, budget and affordable drums, but still like this just proves that it doesn't matter how cheap the drum is, and like you can make any drum truly sound good with nice heads and good tuning. So yeah, I gotta say, I'm very happy with how it turned out. Like, I love how shiny the drum is. And also, this drum, I wish I had a batter head for it and snare wires, because, I mean, like, come on, look at how beautiful this thing is. Like, the wristwatch lugs give it a very classy feel. And again, like, if I had snare wires for it and, you know, a batter head, I would definitely play this thing because I know it would sound gorgeous. So yeah, truly, I'm glad I took the time to clean up these drums and make them look amazing. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you all in the next one.